It's a Jets game day, baby. New York Jets, Miami Dolphins. Let's freaking go. With the loss, the Jets would be eliminated for playoff contention. There's a lot on the line. What the hell's going to happen today? Oh, we got you covered. Let's roll.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
I made it clear that my intention was to play, and my intention was to play for the New York Jets.
You're fucking crushing.
What's going on, people? Like I said, it's a Jets game day, baby. New York Jets, Miami Dolphins. Let's friggin' go, baby. We're fired up here. It's Boy Green Daily. I'm your humble host, Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Every.com. But, T.O., let me use one of my timeouts. Sometimes the team doesn't know how to do that. T.O., whoa. Hold the phone here for a second, people. We got a couple of memberships gifted right off the top rope from our boy MFC. Mother underscore effing underscore choo-choo. Oh, wait a second. Let me do a discount double check. Is that another membership? Oh, my. Here we go. Hit it one more time for me, baby. Now, wait just a moment. Another membership? Good Lord have mercy. This time from our number one Austrian Jet fan. Alrighty. What a way to get this party started with a deep three-pointer from three-point land for three. Jug Artist 14, you have been gifted a membership from MFC. New York Native, you have been gifted a membership from MFC. And Jet It Out, you have been gifted a membership from our number one Austrian Jet fan. Now hold the friggin' beer, people. What in God's green earth? Another membership? Good Lord have mercy. What the hell is going on? Terrence Hill getting involved on the action, and Sovacito, you have been gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Good Lord have mercy, the vibes are unbelievable. I am tearing up. There's a tear. Do you see that tear? It must just be excitement and juices flowing throughout my body. Okay, let me update the banner here for all our wonderful people at home. MFC, that's 2 more raffle tickets for you, my handsome friend. Let's get Terrence in there with another ticket for sure. Beautiful. You love to see it, baby. Okay. And let's go to our number one Austrian Jet fan as well. He is our new leader in the clubhouse with 19 memberships gifted this month. He is in first place. Not that I'm saying it's a person contest or anything, because, hey, different folks. But good Lord, what a great start to get this party going. He has superseded number one Austrian Jet fan, has jumped fastest food reviews in line. So, fastest food reviews, park over, Chef Kevin Gilbert. He just stole your beer. Now, with all of that being said, good Lord, I need a water. I need another timeout. I don't know how many I'm allowed to have in the first half, and normally the Jets don't either. But let's get to the phone lines and welcome in my special guest for a game day edition. Without further ado, let's bring him in. It is JetNation.com's very own James Wudi.
Let's go. I'm loving the energy. This morning. I mean, I'm hyped. I don't know why, but I am hyped. So seeing that all of you are also as hyped, seeing Boy Green pump us up this division matchup, I'm ready to go.
Wait a second. Another membership. Good Lord. It is raining from the high heavens, and we can only hope Aaron Rodgers has the same success with passing touchdowns. Eric Bianchi, you were just gifted a member from FL Phil 98. And again, to remind you guys, we called an audible at the line of scrimmage. Every single membership gifted punches you in a ticket. You don't need multiple anymore. We're just making it an easy peasy lemon squeezy. And that is every single gifted membership for the rest of the month. It gives you a raffle ticket every bleeping time to have a chance at all kinds of wonderful merch, Jets jerseys, Jets autograph stuff, I mean, boy, I just want to try to keep some of it in as a surprise because it is a surprise giveaway. There's going to be, again, when you guys, whoever ends up winning this, because we'll have the raffle portion, which everyone has a chance at, of course. We'll dig in the hat and pull a lucky person out for that giveaway. And then the emoji contest is whoever has the most at the end of the month. So a little competitive energy going on, and I love it. Thank you guys for supporting the show and making this happen. So beautiful. Thank you, FL Phil 98 is the latest. And like I said, the leader in the clubhouse, Austrian Jet Fan, has given away 18 memberships this month. Our fastest food reviews, aka Chef Kevin Gilbert's given away 16. And then rounding out the top 3 is Floor Lily in Big D with 10 memberships gifted. And we got a bunch in the realm. MFC is 9. FL Phil 98 is at 6. So we got a lot of people in the conversation. There's a lot of month to be had here, Wudi. But it's been a hot second because we missed you last week. It was your bye week. I should have checked that on the schedule, obviously, but it's okay. Now we're all back together. It's time for some Wudi-ology, baby. Actually, no, it's not time. Time out again because MFC, good Lord, another membership. Whoa. Wow. I mean, this is some unbelievable stuff. He just reached 10 gifted memberships so far this bleeping month. I think people are just doing this to see my wild reactions to everything, quite frankly. But you know what? Whatever helps. Whatever helps. Tony Alvarado, you are now a member to the Boy Green Gosh Darn Coffee Club, you handsome bastard. Here we are. Shout out to MFC. It almost felt like an RVD thing there. RVD. MFC could be a t-shirt. I don't know, but we'll get into that. Anywho, Wudiology, Professor, I've delayed your class long enough. Let's get to business. Let's get to the matter at hand. And it is your Wudiology. So, Professor, please, I insist.
Well, it's all for good reason, so no worries there. I mean, it's week 14, baby. So there are 3 things that I'm looking at. You know, this Dolphins game. We've talked about it. I've gone on record saying the Dolphins are my least favorite team in the NFL. I know.
So you're motivated for this one, is what you're saying?
I mean, motivated. I mean, I want to see a good game. I want to see the Jets win. That's what I want.
Okay.
You know, so. I love seeing the Dolphins lose. You know, I know there's a lot of hate for the Patriots, and you know they're my second least favorite. So it's not like but yeah, I would say Dolphins definitely the top of the list, especially this iteration. You know,
okay.
I don't like this iteration. So yeah, hoping the Jets get that dub. But again, Moody 3, it's not keys to the game. It's just 3 things, that I'm looking at based on what's happening. So. Number 1 is
whoa, Woody. Actually, can I interrupt you one more time?
Of course.
I want to present you with an opportunity. So we're playing all these fun gizmos and games, and yes, thank you, FLFL 98. You were at 7. I totally lied. Yeah, you're 7 in the memberships gifted away. Thank you for keeping me honest. That is true. And if ever I say a number that's incorrect, please correct me. I don't want to make any mistakes, but. Woody, there's all these fun games going on right now, and I don't want you to feel left out. So, my people in the back, we've got a trivia opportunity right now for you, Woody, with Jets Dolphins going on. Okay, are you ready?
I guess.
Okay. When is the last time the New York Jets won a game in Miami?
I believe it was 2016, was it?
That is incorrect. That was in London.
Oh, in Miami. Oh, my God.
100%. Yes. When's the last time in Miami the New York Jets won a football game?
Was it the year right before, 2015?
It was not. Actually, I lied. 2015 one was the London one, I do believe. So, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And no, they did not win it in 2016. No. Yeah, that wasn't in Miami. That was in New York.
I don't know. I mean, it can't be that much beyond that, right? Oh, is it? Nah,
I don't know, man. You're the
you
one.
Know. That's the whole point.
No,
of
I guess
game.
I do know. That's
yeah.
I actually do know. But
final answer.
Okay.
I'm going with 2012.
Whoa. You went too far. You got too aggressive. Cut the music in the back. It was Rex Ryan's final game with the New York Jets, 2014. Geno Smith's crazy, perfect passer rating game, all of that. 2014 season finale, Rex Ryan's final game.
Terrence, I see you now. If I was reading the comments, Terrence,
yeah,
my bad, man. He tried to give me the hint. Tried to give me the
see. I should
have phoned a friend.
You had lifelines to use. You refused to use.
I didn't realize the rules of the game until it was too late.
I don't know. I made them up as I went. But yes, as a matter of fact, can you believe that? It's 2024.
Yes,
that was 10 years ago. I mean, good Lord. Now, the Dolphins are dominant. They've won 13 of the last 16. I mean, they've been beating our Tuckus. Last year, they outscored us 64-13. I mean, not great at all. I mean, it was just an epic beatdown. But yes, unbelievable. It is 2014, Rex Ryan's final game. Anyway, I just felt compelled after I read that this morning. I'm like, what? I'm like, huh? That can't be right. And I looked. I'm like, oh, God, that is right. So, anywho, let's get to that Wudiology. That'll probably be enough for my interrupting unless we get random memberships during this thing. But yes, there you go. Not fun trivia. It's not fun trivia. It's not like, woo, you hear this fun fact. Yeah, Garrett Wilson scored a cajillion touchdown. No, it's not like fun or sexy like that, but it's just truthful, I guess. So,
yes, the truth. Unfortunately, as fans like we all are, the truth hurts a lot of times with these little nuggets. But not this first nugget. Or maybe actually, I don't know. I guess there's some truth in here that might hurt. With this 1B, which I was really happy to name because he and Brees, they at one point called themselves the Killer Bees. I think that is a phrase that we have heard 0 times during the regular season because we've been getting killed. I'm not sure how much we've been doing the killing, but so as we say 1B like that, we also mean 1B as in the 1A, 1B rushing attack, which we thought we would have, which also kind of quite hasn't happened. I was shocked because I think a lot of us, and of course, you guys can correct me in the comments. Boy Green can correct me to my face right here if I'm wrong.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
But, preparing for this Wudi 3, I was thinking, oh yeah, Braylon Allen, he's a really good, RB2. I think he might even have a more yards per carry than Brees because he's just such a beast, right? He's their short yardage guy, but he always goes beyond that yardage. He can catch passes out the backfield as well. But when I looked at the actual numbers, did the classic Google search, I was like, I guess I really took the month of September and just stretched it to the whole season. There really hasn't been much since September. Is that correct?
You did. Yeah, you saw the Tennessee Titans game and said, "Oh, we got Derrick Henry right here. What are people talking about?" That's what you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So now he gets his first start, right? As this slide says, he's only had 3 yards per carry once since that September month. But now, he'll be getting more looks, less competition. I will say Todd Downing has hurt him. I think, you want to talk about Derrick Henry. I think Todd Downing was used to having, Derrick Henry. And when you have Derrick Henry, on that team, you don't have to worry about nobody else. And I think that's what kind of happened where, we have Brees. He picked up his efficiency and they haven't worried about anybody else. But I am hesitant to say that it's anything that Braylon has done that has taken him out of the rotation. So this is a bona fide opportunity. All right, the Dolphins' run defense isn't elite or anything. He is, 1A today. Let's see what this kid can do as a starter with no competition. Or let me not say no competition because we already seen Isaiah Davis. I bet last week that Braylon Allen was going to get a touchdown, and I lost the parlay. That was the only leg that didn't hit because Isaiah Davis randomly scored a touchdown. So let me not say there's no competition, but Braylon should be getting the lion's share, 1B. Let's see what he does.
Hey, by the way, here's an insight into my life, I guess. I'm in fantasy football. For a lot of people, it's their final regular season game this week, which, by the way, it should be. For a lot of teams, people who don't are freaks, and they're pushing it too far for NFL stuff. Anyway, so I'm playing against somebody in the league, and I'm going to be honest. They had Brees Hall. And by the way, quick aside, for those who don't know, I was trying to pull up the official injury report quickly. Brees Hall was doubtful all week, or he was ruled doubtful on Friday. He is officially out. So there's no, he was going to be out anyway, I thought. And so same thing for Sauce, but it is official. That he's officially ruled out for this game. Anywho, so the person I'm playing against in fantasy had Brees Hall. So they were in a tough bind, a tough pickle, you could say. And they just picked up Isaiah Davis because you get a notification when they pick up people in your league. So should I have any worry? I know we're on the 1B running back, just a fantasy advice randomly on a Sunday. He just picked up Isaiah Davis. Should I be at all worried that we're going that Isaiah Davis is going to be running wild all over you, brother?
I also have Brees Hall in fantasy, and sorry. I was pretty upset to hear the news, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to get Braylon as the handcuff. I wouldn't be too worried about Isaiah Davis. Of course, a touchdown.
Sure.
I think if he didn't score a touchdown last week, he wouldn't have even been picked up. But that gives you hope as a fantasy manager. Like, oh, okay, like maybe he'll score another. And he also is a pass catcher. So, like in that same vein of in September, there were a couple touchdowns that Braylon scored. That you're like, if you're a Breeze manager, that went to Braylon. The hope is that, that could happen with Isaiah Davis. But if I'm a betting man, which I just happen to be, I would say the safer money is on Braylon. I wouldn't be too worried about Isaiah Davis, especially in fantasy, because, okay, he could get a touchdown. He's not going to get 2, and I don't think he's going to get volume. So, I mean, his max is like, 8 or 9 points, max.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. By the way, the other player got rolled out. I just saw this. Oh, this is sad. Quantez Sticker's out. Again, Brandon Eccles was going to get the start anyway, but I saw that late injury designation from the Jets. So Quantez Sticker's out because I think it goes to your greater point here on this 1B, which is the number one column here on Wudi 3, is that, okay. In a perfect world, we want our star players playing. Brees, Sauce. But if they're not, okay, let's get a look at some younger guys, right? Like if a 36-year-old corner or Frank Gore was stepping at running back, we're like, but it's not. Like Braylon, it's a box of mystery. What more could he be? What could he untap? And then that could be a peek towards the future. Quantez was a guy who's excited about getting some level of rotation, unfortunately out. So he will not. But Brandon Eccles, that might be another Wudi 3 coming up here. I don't want to do anything there to describe it, but he has a little thing for Miami, that Miami girl down there in South Beach. He's got a little thing for her, which we'll get to perhaps in a little bit, but I love this. Braylon Allen, baby. I'm excited for the young man to get his op because, got a lot of ops. Todd Downing hates his guts and Braylon Allen's family, apparently. So we've seen a lot of that Braylon Allen fella throughout the season. But let's go to number 2. Oh, how beautiful. Look at this. It's a beautiful thing.
Hey, when Boy Green, I told this man all of the offseason, I had Allen Lazard 5 touchdowns. That's what I said, 5 touchdowns. He laughed at me. He looked at me like I was crazy, like I was on drugs. But here we are, week 14 of the NFL season, and Allen Lazard has 5 touchdowns. He is the leader of the team in touchdown receptions.
Excuse me? I think you might need to make an edit to this graphic, sir.
Why is that?
Tied for the team lead. Tied. When you say he leads.
Well, he had the lead. He had the lead.
Okay.
And he never relinquished it.
What kind of WWE championship rules is this? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he had the lead and he never relinquished. See, look at you still hating, still not appreciating what is in front of you. This man, he led the league at one point in touchdowns.
Yeah, that's true.
And you are still not appreciating this man.
I apologize.
Who knows how many games could have been won if they had a reliable pass catcher. Let me not say that because they have reliable pass catchers, but I guess ones that had the chemistry with Aaron, because that's I guess what it is Alan Lazard and Aaron Rodgers had that chemistry, and that's why they were finding pay dirt 5 times so far this season. Devontae, he just they just seem to finally get into that groove based on last week. Garrett, I mean, he airmailed Garrett real bad. I feel like in order for Garrett to score, he has to make a generational catch.
Apparently,
that's been his story for pretty much all of his quarterbacks, besides Joe Flacco. So yeah, that's how it is. Alan Lazard having this trio out, on the field. I mean, that I feel like that's huge for the Jets. I don't think the Jets would be in this situation if Alan Lazard was there the whole time, because now we keep talking about wide receiver 3, and there's not any option that the fan base is a fan of. Nobody, is here for Xavier Gibson. There are a lot of Corley guys out there, but now after that one play, now everybody wants him, sent to Guantanamo, right? Like, they there's no one but Alan Lazard, who still leads the league. He missed 5 games, still leads the team, right? Has led the league, has had the consistent rapport with Aaron Rodgers, and now he's going against the worst opposition of the season, right? He came in as wide receiver 2. Now all of a sudden he's wide receiver 3. So I think with that being a factor, we might see Aaron's best passing game
of
the season.
I will say this. What I'm kind of intrigued by is that if anyone watched the Aaron Rodgers presser this week, while he had a lot of interesting things to say that our father hated yesterday, and he railed about that. But no, one of the things, the 300-yard stat was brought up to Aaron. Hey, it's been like 20 years that you've thrown a 300-yard game. It hasn't. It's like 3 years or something. And Aaron, you could tell it bothers him because his face said it bothered him, and his word says it bothered him. I wonder if the Jets and Aaron, because Aaron's like this, he's just like, he comes into the room before the game. I'm throwing for fucking 300 yards, and let's see who's with me, who's catching these passes, because it's happening, just so he can end the drought, because he said it. I think he might have described it as annoying, this whole 300-yard game thing. So I think maybe we get it in one of these games. Maybe it's today against Miami, but I think we get it somewhere just so he can put it to bed, because it seems to really be bothering him, and I haven't heard a lot of these kind of things bother him before. Like I said, I don't know if it's today, but I think it's a force-fed thing that we see eventually. I don't know how you feel about that, Woody, but
yeah, I definitely I completely agree that it definitely will happen this year. If it is a force-fed thing, yeah, I can see that. I feel like we've already kind of seen him force-feed, the entire second half of the Cardinals game. It looked like it was just like, hey, Devontae, let's just get some completions, right? Like nobody else mattered, and that was that. So I feel like he's already kind of doing that. And, guys of his caliber, they always got to get a goal, right? And if the original Super Bowl goal is gone, which it is, and the original playoff goal is gone, which it is, then okay, 300 yards. Hey, let's get 32 passing touchdowns. Like that's, I think that's the types of things that we're gonna start seeing. And honestly, I'm all for it.
Why not? Absolutely. All right, let's go to the final point, which is a mic drop. That's sort of fitting.
Yeah, I mean, Mike McDaniel, I didn't even want to show him no love or respect, but it really, this matchup recently has kind of been, a matchup of the coaches, right? 2 guys who were colleagues that now we're enemies, which I guess is still the case because Jeff Ulbrich was there too. But
yeah,
at some point it actually looked like this was a rivalry. The Jets smacked the Dolphins 40-17. That was one of the best games of the Saleh era.
Oh, yeah.
Since then, Mike McDaniel has kind of made it a point to get us back. So, they won by 5 points, which I can't even blame them for, because we started it was, Flacco versus Skylar Thompson. It was a disgusting, ugly game. I want to say that game was like 11-6. And then the next game,
You all right?
excuse me,
Getting
was when the rest of you realized what I was trying to tell you, that Tim Boyle is not a upgrade from Zach Wilson, and he had the fail Mary or the Hail Mary, whatever you want to talk about it. And then the last game, that was, I don't even know what happened there. The 30-0 beat down. You know, I feel like he's one of those guys that when he has your number, he doesn't let it go. So that does scare me, especially since the defense is worse now than it's ever been before, facing Mike McDaniel's offense. So this is something that we need to snap down. And I know Eccles, right, has had success. He's the only player that that's the thing. When we lose Sauce, it's like, oh, now we might get a interception today.
Yeah.
But Tua is prone to throwing them. But I think McDaniel knows that as well. And I'm definitely a little nervous with their offensive game plan.
Yeah, as am I. But on the Eccles thing, again, it's like funny, not funny. The Jets only have 2 picks all year. They've both been Brandon Eccles. He is captain pick 6 on Tua. That's just a weird, quirky stat throughout history that he has all these pick 6s against Tua. And now the right injury happens and Eccles slap him on the ass. You're in the lineup, son. And he gets up in there. We'll see what he does, but it will be a stiff challenge. Now, no Quantes, you're losing depth on the back end. So when Eccles or anything gets the helmet tap, I don't know who's coming in. Wudi, me and you may have to tap in to guard Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle today. I've got concerns about that. Jonnu Smith has been going buck wild. I mean, this game is we'll see. We'll see. Again, there's last year, Jets beat the Eagles. You're like, what? Week 6, you're like, unbelievable. They blew out the Houston Texans, who were this awesome team last year. Sometimes you just get zigs and zags that you don't expect. We'll see if the Jets somehow step up. But like I said, it's hard for me to expect them to like, oh, here's the, and I said it on the show a couple of times this week, where here's the line in the sand, right? Like, again, the motivation for the Jets, if you lose, you're eliminated from the playoffs. Now, pause time between me and you. They're eliminated from the playoffs. They ain't making playoffs. But the fact that if you actually lose, that will be the deciding factor. And for the second season in a row, the Dolphins can snuff your torch, Survivor style. The tribe has spoken. And then that could happen. Like, that should be the greatest amount of motivation. And they're the division rival. And Wudi hates, seafood and, sushi and things of that nature. Like, all of it kind of together should be. But the Jets, like I said, have had those pinnacle moments all season long. Pittsburgh, okay, we got to do this. Okay, we didn't. Oh, New England the second time. Let's get out the broomskis. Oh, we didn't. And there was just game after game after game after game. You're like, oh, they're going to show up for this. Week 6, Jets Bills, first place on the line. Good times. Here's a game. They're going to step up, right? And then they didn't. So the fact that this should be a motivating factor has not been a motivating factor all season long. So it's tough for me to just say, week 14, there it is. Here we go. I'm not so sure. So without further ado, Wudi, rocking everywhere. And also, as Terrence Hill says, I don't like that math. 70 people watching, 26 likes. How the hell does that make any sense? We actually have 319 people specifically watching this show. So make sure you guys show your support by either gifting memberships or super chats. If you guys don't have that available, you guys can also super chat to get into the contest. That works as well. So feel free to do so. But also, like I said, liking the video and hitting subscribe also is a great way to help the show. So let's bump those up, baby. Terrence calling you out. I like it. But Wudi, let's get down to business. Jets, Dolphins, prediction time. Crystal ball it for us. Oh, Wudi Master, what is happening here?
I had a score prediction in mind, and then what you just said, I feel like made me feel even better about the prediction.
Oh, better. Oh, okay.
Yeah, feel better. I think the Jets are gonna put up points. I feel like that's the last few games, right? They kind of have like two or three decent drives.
Sure. Yeah.
And the rest is terrible. But you can, count on those 2 or 3 decent drives. I am expecting multiple touchdowns. Maybe they come from Aaron. Maybe, Isaiah Davis or Braylon or Malachi Corley runs one in or something like that. A pick six is possible. I wouldn't hold my breath for it. But I think the Jets are going to put up points. Since Tua came back and the Dolphins have been moving the ball quicker, they've allowed more points as well. So give me the Jets scoring 24. The problem with that is that the Dolphins can put up points in bunches, right? And, they obviously, when Tua is healthy, have one of the most electric offenses. We kind of see it. We didn't see it the last time they played because it was in cold weather, but now they're in Miami. So I think we're going to see it in full force. I do think it will be close, just like the second Pats game, just like this Bills game, right? Close one-score game. Aaron Rodgers. It's actually uncanny how many times Aaron Rodgers has had the chance to win us the football game at the end of the game. It almost happens every week. Almost every week. And what does, I say almost every week, but it's not actually every time that he's had the chance, he has blown it either by interception or just blaming his receivers. I think that will happen one more time for you. 24-28, the Miami Dolphins on a crushing last-minute drive that does not go the way we want.
Yeah, there's nothing that I want injected more into my veins than Aaron Rodgers missing Garrett Wilson on a slant, then angrily looking at the sideline doing one of these. Why is he looking at the sideline? Who messed up? Does he just do that for the camera and the look on his face when it's like this? I don't know. But I'll take the over on whatever the over-under is in Vegas. Woody, you've pointed out on several occasions that for these predictions that you may have gotten a few more right than me this year, that I always pick the Jets, and, I haven't strayed away from that. You've accused me of this, yes?
I mean, it's clear as day, yes.
That ends today, I'm afraid. And it hurts me because all the Wudi, not Wudi, but I mean, Wudi was probably the reason, but all the gifted memberships got my juices flowing, and I'm like, okay, move and groove, okie dokie, at the beginning of the show. But the harsh reality is, Wudi, that we have to call it how we see it here. And for the first time ever, this season, I suppose, I don't know, it probably goes back even further than that, because, I think the last one I remember is the Jets, it's somewhere within the last 10 years, but the Jets were on some horrible losing streak, like 7, 8, 9 in a row. And they welcomed in the Pittsburgh Steelers in their building. And all the experts are like, Jets are about to get their, I was going to swear, but yeah, why not? You get your fucking teeth kicked down your throat. Like, they're getting there. And then as optimistic as I was, I'm like, well, I mean, I guess they're going to lose. And then I said that, and then the Jets beat the Steelers that day. So go friggin' figure. But I just don't see it, Woody. Breece Hall's out. Sauce is out. I think the Miami Dolphins win this game 41-27. I think the Jets put up points, but the Jets can't stop a nosebleed. And it feels terrible to do this. I've never done this on this show, but like I said, I have to call it how I see it. I think, there's some chutzpah, there's some fight shown, but then that's it. Eventually, pillow goes over the face of grandma, and she fights for a little bit, and then it's over. That's it. It's just pillow over face. That's what happened. So the Dolphins win.
Just terrible thing to do to grandma.
You
don't deserve that. But everybody who is watching, right? You've seen Boy Green for a long time.
Yeah.
Let this be proof that I could also help you see the truth. All right, James Wudi, LASIK surgery. All right, let me help you see clearly now. The mirage is gone. All right, you have seen. Let this be a testimonial of what can be done to somebody so blind, somebody so addicted to that Kool-Aid, they can't get enough. Where's the next drip of that Kool-Aid? You've heard him. You have heard him speak today.
But that's just it. but that's the part that I'm struggling with. As people are reacting to "Pillow Over the Face of Grandma," it's like, and shh, grandma, shh, and then that's it. That's it. But people are saying don't watch the game. I'm gonna watch the game, and I'm gonna be rooting like hell. Come on,
Me
Grandma,
too.
you can do this. Fight back. But the fact of the matter is we'll see whatever transpires. But yeah, I'm gonna get fired up. I'm gonna be running around the house so it's Jets Dolphins, right? So I imagine I don't check these things. I don't know till I have Sunday tickets, so it doesn't matter. But like the CBS theme,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's go. I'm gonna be running around the house doing all kinds of crazy pelvic thrusts, like, let's go, yeah, let's go. And then, like I said, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so while the game's going on, I'll be rooting. I'm not in tank mode or anything like that. I'm just trying to predict how I see it, and unfortunately, I just don't feel it today in terms of like speaking it into existence. But during the game, I'll be yelling and throwing things all over the place. Yeah.
Let me make it perfectly crystal clear that I am
Okay.
also very far away from tank mode. I don't want.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to tank
Appreciate the
whatsoever.
clarity.
Yeah. So I also will be rooting. I was rooting last week. I wish I was here last week. I thought the Jets were going to win. I thought we were going to see and I mean, I guess we were seeing a surprise Jet game, but then joke's on me. So yes, I am rooting. The Dolphins. If we can give them an L, they think that they are in the hunt.
Let's show them. They're on the graphic. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, so are we, but they, let's show them that they are actually the hunted. I need that. Inject that into my veins. Make them the Miami all the L's. Give them all the L's. Dolphins. And let's get this done.
Yeah. Let me add that in as one last piece. Again, everyone's talking about tanking. Oh, the Jets have a chance for the number 1 pick, number 2 pick, and all, and that is true by the numbers that they do. But if there were wins to be had on this schedule, I'd love nothing more than to play spoiler to our division. Do I have any direct ties to the Rams? No. Actually, I have a Rams buddy who does a show like this for Rams, and we have a bet on that game, which will be funny. We'll talk about that more. We'll talk about that more when we get to that game. It'll be funny, but hopefully funny, but maybe not funny. But like that one, the Jets Rams, like they have no tie outside of Trevor tank for Trevor, whatever that was, and then somehow Braden Mann made the tackle and we upset the Rams. Like outside that, we have no real connection. So there's no real you win that game. It's kind of like, oh, okay, right. Outside if it was for playoffs and stuff, obviously there'd be extra juice, but like the ones that actually have the extra juice are the teams you see all the time, and that's Miami and that's Buffalo. If you could again, Buffalo's won the division, but play spoiler to the number 1 seed or play spoiler to the Dolphins of like, hey, we're not going to the playoffs, but we're dragging your ass down with us to the loserville. Like, I don't know. There's a little extra juice to the divisional stuff.
Definitely.
So like, if you're tanking or your draft position rather gets a little effed because of a couple wins, if I got to handpick what those wins are, the Dolphins and Bills games would be pretty high on that list. That's for dang sure. So yeah, we can. Miami basically has to win out to have a legitimate shot, and if we can mess that up, come on, how does that not rev your engine?
Vroom vroom. Yes. So that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm praying. That's what I'll be rooting for. I gotta figure out, what's on the Wudi menu today. I don't have nothing. I have nothing. Usually I'm prepping something. But I haven't even been hyped. I'm not even gonna lie. I haven't prepped anything. The last one was who did we play? I think it was the Colts. The Colts game. That was the last
pre-bye. Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was only been one game since the bye.
Well, I guess that's true. I mean, you could have had me fooled. You said you didn't prepare, but I looked at this Woody 3, and it looked like you did a halfway decent job setting that one up. Looked like there was some level of prep.
Oh, yes. Thank you. That's so nice.
That's the kind of guy I am. But Woody, let me ask you. We never talked about this before the show, so now we're here. Do you have any time for phone calls, or are you dipping?
I gotta dip.
Okay.
Hey, my grandma hasn't been pillowed, so
Oh,
You know,
wonderful.
I gotta,
God bless.
yeah, gotta thank.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so hopefully we don't get pillowed either. The New York grandmas. It's actually so funny seeing everybody respond to that. But hey, you know, I appreciate you guys for letting me talk some Wudiology with y'all. And let's go Jets.
That's it. Woody the Dipper. All right. The Big Dipper. All right. We appreciate you, Woody. Thanks for the Woodyology. And we'll see you next week for Jacksonville. Ah, yes.
Oh,
yeah. Come on,
so
baby.
excited.
As we take over the state of Florida. That should be a doozy. All right. Thanks, pal. We'll see you. There he is. Woody joining us here on the show again of JetNation.com. Folks, again, we got nearly 400 people in the room. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe, spread the good gospel of Boy Green Daily. Again, let me flip the banner because I forgot to do that. I got so excited at the beginning of the show. My apologies. Let me throw that in there. Again, our Boy Green emoji contest and raffle giveaway are both happening concurrently right now and throughout the entire month. If you gift any amount of memberships or super chats, like I said, there's some people that are unable to gift memberships for a variety of reasons. So whatever the case, you can gift memberships. That's the easiest way to do it. You could super chat money in, or you could PayPal or Venmo if that's even easier for you. So any of those forms or means, I believe we also have Zelly, so that could be another option if you prefer. Every membership gifted gives you one raffle ticket per, and there's no limit. So every membership gifted, which is $2.99 per, so factor that in if you're super chatting or PayPal or Venmoing, it's $2.99 per ticket. But you could have as many as you want. There's no limit. Obviously, the more tickets you get, the increases your chances of winning that raffle contest of all kinds of awesome Jets merch and gifts. And we'll draw a winner at the end of the month or beginning of the new month, I guess, however that works. So, guys, keep those coming in and get involved. I've got an Excel sheet here with all the tickets and all the information together. So feel free. And like I said, the person that gifts the most will win our emoji contest, baby. And you could have a custom emoji of your choice. You could pick out the person that gets a custom emoji if you already have one, or if you already have one, you want another one. DJ Calanos, another one. Feel free to do so. And look at MFC, baby, gifting another freaking membership. Gifting membership party, and this one goes to Capo. You are now a member to the Boy Green Coffee Club, and MFC is now at 11 memberships gifted, which means 11 raffle tickets for old MFC, and he has surged into third place all to himself. Our number one Austrian Jet fans gifted 19 memberships this month. Our chef Kevin Gilbert's at 16, MFC's at 11. We got FL Phil 98 at 7. We got Flora Lily in Big D with 10 piece. So keep them coming, baby. We love to friggin' see it. Let's roll, baby. All right, let's do this. We'll open up a HEP song and open up the phone lines next. Let's get your Jets Dolphins predictions in and anything else that's on your mind. It's a Jets game day, baby.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Wow. Offense, defense, special teams. Watch the Super Bowl season with Boy Green. J-E-T-S. Jets. Boy.
HEP and his beautiful pipes, baby. Boy Green Daily. Watching the Super Bowl season with Boy Green. J-E-T-S. Let's go. I don't have anywhere near as beautiful of pipes as HEP. Like, not even close, not even in the same stratosphere. But either way, we do what we can. Let's go to the phone lines, baby. Again, that is the pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. If you'd like to call into the show, you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, feel free to hop on over to the YouTube to be able to call into the show. And let's go to BG, my brother from another mother. What's going on, pal?
Oh, nothing much. So in Jet-like fashion, we're going to take it right down to the wire, and we're going to get a doinker to lose the game.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that sounds about right.
But we're going to go on a little run right at the end.
Hey, okay, there you go. Let's have some fun.
Knock the Dolphins out the last week of the season.
I'd love that. There'd be nothing greater. Yeah, there you go. Sure, let's do it. Upset City. I'm all about it.
So what do you think of all the names coming out for general managers? Who tickles your fancy?
I like that. I like to tickle the fancy. Will McClay of the Dallas Cowboys is someone that intrigues me. We've heard a lot of the Lions people, whether your preference is Ray Agnew or John Dorsey. Those are both intriguing guys. We have Chiefs assistant GM Mike Borgonzi. He's gotten some love. So really the number one place to look is who is the assistant GM on every team, because that's normally the natural progression of things for those guys to get the next jobs, but it doesn't always work that way. But Alec Hallaby, in Eagles land. You've got, let me try to think of you got the Cleveland guy that Woody Johnson has a prior relationship with. He's the assistant GM in Cleveland Browns land. There's another guy. Oh, yeah, Brian Gain, the Buffalo Bills guy who used to be a Jet player for a cup of coffee. He's another one I really like. So there's a couple of guys, Cowboys, Lions, Bills. Again, you probably look at either the winning organizations or the one that have drafted very well in the 21st century. Those are both great places to look.
Yeah, I'd go with the Chiefs assistant GM. Hopefully he's learned something.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, it can't hurt. I like that.
Or would you think they would go with a retread GM?
That's a good question. Now, it's interesting. Normally, head coaches are retread all the time. Obviously, we have a bunch of names, but GMs normally are not. You normally get one, unless you are wildly successful and just retire, I guess. Most GMs only get one whack at the pinata. John Dorsey would be a unique oddity if they went in that direction as someone who has experience, because normally, for whatever reason, I don't know why it is, but it's just been that way in football history. Once you get a GM, he gets that one whack, whatever it is, and then he never gets another chance again. So, but again, to have for Jet fans, it'd be kind of intriguing whether it's head coach or GM to get a guy that's done it before. Then it's not a mystery. It's not like, oh boy, hope this guy can get the job done. To know that he has gotten the job done before would be wildly intriguing. So appreciate the call, BG. Thanks, brother, and thank you so much. So we'll see. Johnny Football says Aaron Glenn. Oh, whoops, missed your comment here. We're getting a lot of comments in here. Where was that comment? Yeah, Johnny Football says Aaron Glenn is a front runner, according to Rick Spielman. I don't know if I'd go front runner. This seems way too early in the process. They haven't talked to Aaron Glenn yet. They're not allowed to talk to Aaron Glenn for another month. So anyone being labeled a front runner, I think, is ridiculous. The Jets themselves, there's been a lot of wide-ranging reporting on it that the Jets don't have like a name in mind and they're just going through this process for shits and giggles. Like the Jets are going open-minded and they're going through the process. From everything that we understand, there's no name in mind yet, which is good. That's the way I want it. I don't even care if it's one of my guys. It's a name in mind. I want them to go through the process. And again, I'm just some boob who has an opinion. I want them to find the best guy, even if it's a guy not on my list. I don't care. I just want it right. And I think a lot of Jet fans feel the same way. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Got our guy. That was a wordsmith. Got our guy EZ on the show. What's up, EZ?
Hello there. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Good to see you, pal.
Oh, yeah. Well, a little bit older now.
Yeah, you seem fired up for game day. I love to see it.
Going to my sister's house. They're having a birthday party for me today. My birthday was yesterday. Yep.
Oh, happy belated birthday, my friend.
Yep. 64.
Wow.
1 year closer to death.
That's what that's when I grew up. I've told that story. That's what my brother told me. I came in his room and I said, "Happy birthday, bro." And he just looked at me deadpan and just said, "It's another day closer to death." And I went, "Wow." And I've never looked at birthdays ever the same since.
That's kind of cold-blooded, but
it is.
You can say that about every day. It's
I guess that's
put
true.
Behind you.
Yeah, that's true. So great. You do anything for your birthday?
Yeah, my sister's having a nice little party. My youngest sister, her birthday is December 4, and I'm the 7th. So we're going to the middle kid. I mean, I'm the oldest, then my sister, and then my younger sister. So we're going to the middle kid's house today, and she made sausage and peppers and onions and chicken parmesan and nice big salad and some stuff and. So we're gonna go over there. My mom is gonna be there. My son, his girlfriend. It's gonna be nice.
Oh, good. I'm glad, man.
So since we're in Raleigh, probably
Sure.
not gonna be able to watch the Jet game, but
Oh.
I got NFL Plus, so I could check. Check in. I got Red Zone on my phone, so
That's
I can
convenient.
I can take some tabs on it. Yep. My car is still down, but my buddy and I, we got my old work van running. I hadn't started it in 3 years. We got it going, changed the oil, coolant, new battery, new tires. It cleaned it up. It's running like a top. It really is running really good.
Oh, wow. Oh, great.
Yeah, it's running so good. I'm considering going back into construction and stop driving because I'm tired of working for people.
Yeah, I don't blame you
I
there.
liked having my own business, but I used to be a painting contractor and carpenter. But I think what I want to do is just get into doing epoxy garage floors and stuff. It pays good, and it's relatively easier work for
Oh, wow.
my age.
There you go.
I mean, I'm not climbing up a 40-foot extension ladder to paint the peaks of a house anymore. I'm just
That's
not doing it anymore.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't blame you for that.
But anyway, back to football.
Yes.
I sent a message to Sauce, and
Okay.
he responded, and it was cool. He's a good kid. I mean, I think what happened was he just got a little bit over his skis a little bit with how people reacted to him having a little bit of a rough season.
Mhm.
And I think he stepped back. He stopped using social media. And I had sent him a message. He recently read it, and he liked it because I basically told him that the Jets are not us. The Jets are not the coaches. The Jets are not the owners. I said, you 53 players, you're the Jets. So it's up to you to do what you got to do, and just be the best you could be. I told him, I said, to us, we're fandom, but to you, it's a career. So I think he appreciated that. So he's a good kid. He'll turn it around.
Oh, that's good. I hope so because he's a very talented kid, and I want him here. I don't want him going anywhere. So
I don't think he really wants to go anywhere. I think he's just frustrated with everything that happened. I told him sometimes shit happens, and this year there's been a lot of that. So
yeah, that's for sure. There absolutely has.
But I sent him another message telling him, the core players, from JJ to the Williams brothers and him and Brees and some of the other guys. I said, you're the core players, Titman and AVT and stuff like that. And I said it's not. You weren't. I told him that Aaron has definitely lost a step, and you weren't a quarterback away. I said you were a quality coaching staff away. I said you players have the talent. So
let me ask you. We have a question coming in here. This is from Nate. I got to know, what platform are Sauce and Ziff talking?
Oh, just Facebook Messenger.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, there you go.
Just Messenger. It's just.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're best friends or anything, It's just I just try to say the very encouraging, mature things to the kid, to try and keep him positive, because there's a lot of fans that are trying to bash him, and you know what? The reason we're fans is because we suck as football players, because we would love to be out on that field doing what he could do. So how dare us demean him?
Well, I appreciate you reaching out to him and speaking for us, the fans, Easy. So that's cool. That's very nice.
Yeah, and I told him, I just turned 64. I want to see a championship before I die.
Seems like a fair request. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a good kid, and he's going to do well for himself.
Yeah, I think so.
I think if they can keep that core of players together, we'll be fine. The secret is just getting this coaching staff right.
No doubt. And we're going to find that out over the next month and a half, 2 months maybe. Yeah.
As far as who we get, I mean, I still like Rex, but Rex wouldn't want to do it as a short term. Rex would want to be there for 10 years. And
of course he would.
And I love Rex to death. And I think that he would put fannies in the seats and turn the attitude around and hold people accountable. But we need to have him with a good offensive system.
Yeah, I think that's the key. And yeah, I agree on the Rex thing. If he came, I don't think he want to be some slapdick thing for a short period of time. He'd want to be the coach. He want to be legitimately the coach, and we'll see.
I think the perfect situation for Rex Ryan, if other teams were interested in, would be the Chicago gig, because they have an offensive coordinator and that kid, what's his name, Richardson? No, who's the quarterback over in
Caleb?
Caleb,
Yeah,
yeah. He's promising. And Rex is the type of guy, he needs an offense already put together, and then he can make the team a well-oiled machine, because he'll get the defense number 1 to 3 like he always does.
Yeah, that's true.
And, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm still wearing my dirty old Jet hat.
There you go, baby. I'm still going to be wearing all the gear today, too. We got to support them. But happy belated birthday, EZ. Awesome. Hope you celebrate it. Enjoy it. To me, like I said, I'm podcast. Well, obviously, I work covering the New York Jets, so I watch all their games anyway. But even if I didn't, if I had none of these responsibilities, none of these shows, I'd be watching the Jets every week. So, yeah, I'm pocket minute, baby. So, excellent. Let's go back to the phone lines. We got NY Jets FL here on the program. What's up, pal?
Morning, Paul.
Nice hoodie.
Thank you, sir. Edward Ziff, interesting. I'll tell you a quick story.
Sure.
You know,
I love stories.
I do tent rentals, right? That's my business, 22
Yep.
years. So
Yep.
My wife and I were tossing about another business, and we were talking about like maybe elder care, like on a low level. Unlike, you know, not licensed, you got to go through licensing. It's very complicated, but like, you know, something for older people.
Oh, okay.
And I actually did a grand opening for a funeral home, and I met a guy. Yeah, really. The chairs were stored in the room where the bodies were processed that they rented. It was weird.
Jesus. Wow.
Yeah, let's say that as Edward said, you are a day closer to death, or you said that, Paul.
Yeah. My brother told me that. Yeah, when I was a kid.
Brother, yeah. But the funniest thing was that there was a guy there cleaning the hearses, and we started talking, and he's like, "Yeah, this is my business. I rent hearses to funeral homes because sometimes they don't have enough. They don't have enough. They have 1 or 2, and if there's a lot of, you know, funerals, they may run them." So he told me to get a 6-door limo to transport the families, and he would hire me to, you know, transport the families with the hearses as a package. It was so funny to have a business conversation at a funeral home. But hey, Edward, 64. I'm 59. I'm not, you know, stopping growing businesses for sure.
Yeah. I just don't know if I could work at a funeral home because I just got too much. I can't imagine someone coming in. I just lost my brother, and I'm like, yeah, we've got a deal for you, brother. I just feel like I'd have the wrong energy for the funeral home. Like they'd be like, you know, they're going through different things. I don't know if I'd be bringing the right tone.
Well, Paul, I think the joking about snuffing Granny out with a pillow may not go over well if you happen to be there.
That's true. Right. Let me tell you an analogy, guys. They're like, I'm sorry. I'm like, you know, that might not hit. No, that's a good point. Yeah.
Paula, I'm not going to talk about the Jets. You said whatever's on my mind. College football yesterday. Ridiculous.
Ooh, wow. Crazy. I have no idea. It's supposed to come out today like at noon or 11 or something, right? The official playoff.
Did you see any of the games now yesterday?
Yeah, I got to catch a couple of them in passing because we went up to Skinny Atlas. But so no, I didn't get to do what I wanted to of just sitting down and watching football all day. But like now it's craziness. All the craziness happened of SMU getting upset, and now what does that mean? Does Alabama get kicked out? How does that Clemson steals the bid? Oh man, who gets that other bye? Is that now Arizona State? Like, oh boy, there's all kinds of craziness going on.
Yep. I'm a fan of Drew Aller from Penn State. Alan and
I've heard a lot of people say that. Yeah.
We're all talking about it. He's a little raw, but
is he coming out 100%?
No, he's not 100%. But
okay.
I really think people. I mean, if Anthony Richardson can go in the top 10, and that guy was so inaccurate.
Yeah, he went top 5. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There you go. Drew Aller. I think he could be a top 20 pick.
Really? Wow. Okay.
He's got a great arm. He's athletic. He's not a Josh Allen. He's Josh Allen light. That's what I call him. He's Josh Allen light. And I would take that kind of guy. And I would be, you know, if we got a top 5 pick, I would take the corner. from Michigan and maybe trade back
yeah,
into the
Will.
first round.
Mhm.
Trade back into
Okay.
the first round for Drew Aller if the regime likes him. But who knows what we're gonna have, Paul? It's just
That's true.
it's so complicated to figure out what we're gonna do. It's just I don't know.
Right,
What
like
I
once
don't
we hire a GM, we'll have a much better sense of, okay, here's the true scope of head coaching candidates. Not everyone has to be like your brother, mother, cousin, nephew. Like, right, they hire Ray Agnew or John Dorsey. We're like, we have a strong place of where they're looking, but there's no guarantee. They could hire a Lions GM and he hires a Chiefs guy. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean, but we'd have a better sense because right now we're just throwing random darts. We have no idea what this or that or the other. So.
I guess if we go the young coordinator route, we're gonna draft a quarterback fairly early, and I guess if we get a Rex, we're gonna try to go, I would think more of a veteran, and then maybe draft one later.
That could be too.
Fascinating. Gonna be fascinating. Paul, have a great day. I'll be watching the Jet game a little bit, but I gotta go to a birthday party. So, but you all have a nice one.
All right, appreciate you. Yeah, we'll be back on for the post-game show for all of you guys, you sickos that are still around. We'll be interacting. It's no longer always 2 hours after. Sometimes I could do it earlier, so we'll keep an eye on that and let you guys know how quickly after we'll be doing that post-game show. But it won't be any later than 2 hours, but it could be earlier. So keep an eye out for that later today. Oh yeah, baby. We'll be here for that. Let's go back to the phone lines. We got our guy Hep here on the show. What's up, Hep?
Hey, Paul. Hey, fellas. I got it. First of all, before I forget, the call with Neil yesterday about the dryer. That was hilarious.
that was it was passionate. Wow. Yeah. Neil's one of a kind.
It's like, I want to talk to your dad. He's like, first of all, my son he didn't have a washer and dryer. He's like,
it's been great. Everyone's been like, Easy was like, wait a second, you're not traveling for Thanksgiving? Where's your father? He's not coming. Let me have a chat with your father. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have a chat with my father. It's great.
I mean, your father's great, and everybody has their pluses and minuses, and your father's great. He raised them,
right. Yeah.
But as far as the game's concerned, I'm going to watch the game, and I'm going to root for my guys.
Yeah.
And root for my individual guys like G-Dub. I want to see him do well.
Me too.
Excited. Yeah, I'm excited about seeing Braylon Allen and Davis. To tell you the truth, I want to see what's going on. So I feel like it's an audition for our next coach.
No doubt.
And other than that, we'll have a good time. And if it gets really out of control, then it's just a good laugh. What are you going to do?
That's right. We're already so deep. Whatever happens, we're going to have a reaction. There's no doubt about it. So hopefully it's at least fun. Because because that's what the Seattle game was like, a light laugh for lack of better than anything. All the touchdowns, I'm like, yes, excitement. This feels great. It's been a while since this. And then watching what happened, I'm like, I think I know. I think we all know what's about to happen here. And then how it happened, you just are like, and then like people think I'm a psychopath in the side of the room. I'm just like laughing. They're like, "Paul, are you okay?"
Right.
It's unbelievable.
Like the lovable losers,
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's fun today.
All right,
Appreciate
guys,
you.
peace out.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah. That's all you can do. We have some new memberships to get to in a second, but I saw this from Danny earlier. I want to make sure I get to this. Danny in real life on Twitter missed the MVP talk yesterday. Joe Burrow has the numbers, but are we kidding with the record? And I'll pause and address each of these points as we're going through. Joe Burrow legitimately has a negative chance at the MVP. However, if you could remove the losing and stuff, Joe Burrow would be the MVP. But absolutely not. I could say that any color. He has zero chance because of losing. If you're a loser, you have no chance of getting anything MVP. Like my dad going, "Oh, Tua is my MVP." I'm like, they stink. And unless they make this miracle run to the playoffs and he has like 50 touchdown passes or something, that ain't happening. So Joe Burrow, cool season, but it's just like he's having an MVP year himself and the team sucks around him. But he has no legitimate chance. Put him aside. Whoop. Let's go to your Bills. Josh Allen. Buffalo, crowned by the national media for how much time they didn't have and set this and that. Division champs, 5 left to play, 10-2, chasing the number 1 seed. Go Bills. I think for you, Danny, for the Buffalo, I'm not saying Josh Allen doesn't have a chance. He absolutely has a chance. I think the big game is coming up next week for you guys when you play the Detroit Lions. Not that you want to overlook the Rams, but the Detroit Lions game where it could be a Super Bowl preview. You got a game like that. Josh Allen having a killer game in that game could help push things along. I go back to Lamar last year. He faced like all of his MVP competition in like, it might not be 3 or 4 games in a row, but it felt like they were really close. They faced the Cowboys, and Dak was having an awesome year. They pummeled their ass. The 49ers game against Brock Purdy and Christmas, Ravens pummeled their ass. And then there was another one of an MVP I'm forgetting that happened somewhere in there too, where they played them, and they did very well. I think that helped in the conversation too, that he leapfrogged all of those guys directly and individually. But I would, I'm a former running back. I would lean towards the Saquon Barkley love right now. That's where I would lean. I would lean towards Saquon Barkley if I had a vote right now of who gets the MVP. But Josh Allen should certainly be in that conversation. There's no doubt about it. MFC, baby, gifting a membership. You love to see it. And hey, now we've got another MFC gifted membership, baby. Let's roll. Okay, shout out to Doug Hurst. You were gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership thanks to our guy MFC Baby. And Gilbert Farmer, a.k.a. Gil, you were gifted a membership from our guy MFC. And MFC has launched himself to 13 raffle tickets, 13 memberships gifted so far this month. He is in sole possession of third place in our contest as well, behind Chef Kevin Gilbert. And, of course, number one on the list, which is our number one Austrian Jet fan, baby. And also shout out to everyone else who's in the contest for Lillian Big D with 10, FL Film 98, baby, with a 7-piece combo. But we're going to be doing it all month long, baby. So, guys, keep the competition flowing. Let's friggin' do it, baby. Yes. Absolutely terrific. Awesome. Man with Rake, FL, just real quick, a couple of quick passing points here. Hassan Reddick for 2024, 3 solo tackles, half a sack. And really his impact goes far beyond that, not in a positive way. That his arrival kicked out JFM out of the nest, and all the drama and bullshit and shows we had to do about, Hassan Reddick this, Hassan Reddick that. What a massive blunder for the New York Jets. Again, it's one of those ones where you trade for Aaron Rodgers, and I don't shame them for doing the move because it made sense. You can't shit on them for the result. Hassan Reddick, in theory, the move made awesome sense of acquiring Hassan Reddick and this dynamic player, but it just didn't work. So, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hassan Reddick, what an epic disaster of epic proportions. He ain't going to be here for long. He ain't going to be here for long. Just absolutely painful and brutal. Easy says, Saquon Barkley's the MVP. What would the Eagles be without him? Yeah, he would be number one on my list. Again, it's normally a quarterback-driven award, but we got a couple of quarterbacks all dancing together with Lamar. The record seems too shitty right now. They're like 8-5 or something. Josh Allen and the Bills are doing good, but he's like, he himself, let me make sure I'm not speaking out of turn here. I'll have his stats in front of me for old Josh. And obviously, for those who are listening after the fact of this show, these numbers could change, of course. But Josh Allen, where's old Joshy? Yeah, he's down there. Josh Allen's 15th in the league in passing yards. So, like, as I said, he's not blowing the league away from that standpoint. Let's go to passing touchdowns. He's 7th. He has 20 passing touchdowns. They have a nice record, but he's not the best chance. And this is why I say this. The best chance of him blowing the world away would be Josh Allen blowing up these numbers. And these numbers are not blowing up a worthy. He only has 5 picks. A 20 touchdown, 5 interception season is awesome. But Joe Burrow has a 30 touchdown, 5 interception ratio right now. Lamar Jackson's 29 touchdowns to 3 picks, and all of his picks were deflected up in the air, or there's some obtuse circumstance to that. So, long story short, Josh Allen and company have a chance at getting the MVP because he's on an awesome team. But if you look at the raw numbers, Josh Allen isn't blowing anyone away right now. So, unfortunately, to me, my vote would not go to him. Now, if he had some 45 touchdowns or some crazy number by the season's end, let's have a conversation because it's normally a quarterback-driven award. And then who are the best quarterbacks on the best teams that are putting up video game numbers? That's normally how the MVP works. And right now, with it middling, like Joe Burrow's eliminated because he's on a shitty team. Lamar's really good, but the record's kind of so-so. This is where I think Saquon could sneak in a year where the quarterbacks are doing fine, but there's all these exceptions. Like I said, Joe Burrow's having this crazy season, but he's on a shitty team, so he's eliminated. Like Lamar has really good numbers, but his team isn't doing as well. They've blown some big games. And they're 8-5. This could be the year of the Saquon Barkley. This could be the Adrian Peterson year for MVP running back. So I would keep an eye out for that one as well. And we will do an MVP poll sometime at the beginning of a week or something heading in. We'll try to do that one as well. Love it. Everybody, thanks for tuning in to a Game Day edition. I don't take this for granted. I love doing this show. I love doing the show with you guys, the people. You guys make this truly special, so I appreciate that. Thanks for all the memberships. MFC, you were a friggin' monster today, and everyone else who got involved as well. FL Phil 98, Terrence. I mean, you guys were friggin' awesome today. So, number one Austrian Jet fan, all you guys, thank you so much for the windfall of memberships. Go, Grandma, go, as Yo Home said. Go, Grandma, go, Grandma, go. Go, Grandma, go, Grandma, go. Go, go, go. Go. So root for your grandmas, baby, and let's see what happens. Quick question, James Thompson, do I think CJ Mosley retires? Yes, I do, unfortunately. I think it's clearly the end of his Jets tenure, and quite frankly, likely the end of his NFL tenure as well, with a very serious neck injury. And again, our thoughts and love are sent out to CJ Mosley and his family. We'll give it to that. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate you, and we will see you after the game. So hop back on here on YouTube, youtube.com/boygreen25. We'll give you all the storylines from the game, any tankathon updates or touchdown. Hopefully some big splash plays were happening today, and we'll see you guys then. Thanks, everybody, for supporting. We'll catch you back later today for the post-game show. Take care.